We need a brewski. That's what we need before we get it. Pond people, what's up, what's up? How are you doing? Bill, sit by the fire. You can see my breath tonight. I didn't let the garage warm up. You got some recurve arrows. What'd you get, pond people? Ooh, I pulled that one so bad. Yeesh. Oh. I always hate when I do that. I was shooting 30 yards earlier, and I had like a nice group like that at 30 yards. And then I come in here and I do that in front of you guys. It's just the pressure of trying to perform for all of you guys. It really breaks me down, you know? Bill, it is my pleasure, and there's still another hind quarter in my fridge right now. You know, Shibe kind of froze that because he turned the fridge down a little too low, but wow. Why is that in so crooked? I wonder if that hit something. That arrow looks like it's really far off, but it's not. It's only like an inch outside of the diamond. It's not actually that bad. What is going on here? Excuse the messy garage. I didn't quite get the chance to clean it all up. We got some of the ceiling up last night. Then we're gonna do a couple rows here soon. Vintage Precision. I haven't seen those. That's in there. Yeah, I've never seen those, pond people. I'll have to check them out. Brody, what's up, what's up? Bugs! Got the whole gang. Only 3.5 minutes into it, man. We're getting fired up. We're only missing Alice. That's in there. That is in there. Excuse my squirrely outfit tonight. I had to throw some thermals on or something because it's I didn't warm the garage up. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing a live tonight, and now I can see my breath in my garage. Pond people, what kind of recurve do you have? Thanks, Brody. I practice a lot. Mr. Noob, what's up, what's up? We're gonna leave that out. I'm not gonna put that back in the quiver for now. Tell me how my $2 Amazon knocks are outperforming my $30 nocturnals. I don't like that one bit. Appreciate it, Noob. Mr. Noob. whichever you prefer. Yeah, this is unacceptable. I just bought this pack of nocturnals last week. And now all 3 of them have failed. And one of them failed, like I didn't even do it yet. One of them failed on a buck I shot last Friday. And it took us significantly longer to find that buck because of it. So what's my biggest buck? So the buck I shot last Friday had already shed its antlers, unfortunately, but it was 208 pounds and they aged at 4.5 years old. So that is the most mature buck I've shot. The biggest buck I have on the wall is a 118-inch 10-point. And we are located in Pennsylvania, guys. That's low. I think I gotta change something up. Something with my grip is not working for this longbow. I don't know what I did. Bugs, I am doing a little better. I'm holding on to a cough. But other than that, I can't complain, you know? Do I ever use a gun? Yeah. Not the rifle. I'm gonna take the flintlock out here though for late season. There we go. All right. See, everybody says to relax your grip, but I'll tell you what, like when I just gently clench down on it, not gripping it, but just gently, it seems to work better than if I just try and do like nothing in the hand. Grayson, what's up? What's up? Jackson, how are you doing? How's everybody doing on a rockin' Friday night? What do I think are good broadheads for hunting? Here, let me show you, buddy. This is my hunting bow, or the bow I was going to take tomorrow to hunt with. It is rigged up. And I use the Zwickey Escalites. I have the pack here somewhere. Let me see how it's looking. I just opened this one up, but I don't think you can go wrong with these. I've had way better success with blood trails with these than I have with the VPA 3 blades. And they produce a heck of a blood trail, guys. I haven't had an exit wound on one yet. I've lodged both arrows in the opposite side shoulder, but the blood trail was fantastic. I mean, it was like following a good expandable broadhead, so. And a lot of the old timers who have been shooting the trad bows for a while, they swear by them. So sometimes you got to listen to the old men, you know? Shoo! That would be a dead deer. Man, it's hard for me to give up the Samick Sage though. I just love that bow. Any G5. Scott, on my compound, excuse me, on my compound I run the G5 Megameats. Michael, any of these bows that I have here tonight, they are all under $130 and they're all fantastic. This in particular, I have a video to this bow on the channel. The other ones I haven't done a review on yet, but this one has the bow and a link to it, as well as if you look at any of the hunting videos that I have up where I've been hunting with trad bows, they have the link to all the equipment I'm using. And I'm not getting paid, just so you guys know, like I'm not getting paid to push products to you guys. I truly believe any of these bows are great entry-level bows. And I mean, like I'm at 11 yards and you can see I'm shooting some pretty decent groups. Yes, Scott, they should be turkey feathers. I don't fletch my own arrows. I'm using the Easton Legacies. Did Al get a deer? No, I didn't. I haven't hunted since last Friday when I shot my buck. Tony, I believe, missed a deer tonight. Yeah, Michael, if you have any questions, reach out to us. If you reach out, you can shoot us a DM on Facebook, and I will gladly reach out to you with my personal Facebook, and I'll answer all your questions, and I'll try to help you any way I can. Send you links, whatever I got to do. Downrange, what's up, what's up? All three of those are a dead deer. I'll take it. Also, I do have my black hunter here as well, guys. I just haven't shot it yet tonight, but I'll shoot it now. Wigma, Tony, what's up, what's up? Got the whole gang on, rocking Friday night. This is what I'm talking about. What do I think of bear compound bows? If you're looking to get into compound bow hunting, I think bears are a great budget option. I'm shooting a, what the heck do I even shoot? I don't even know what kind of compound I shoot. Hang on. Wow, that hit something solid. I don't know what the heck I hit. There's gotta be an insert in there. What was I talking about? I was talking about bear bows. Oh, I shoot an Athens Peak 38, but they're out of business, so that's not really relevant. Bears are great bows. PSEs are great budget bows. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with most bows on the market. Bear traditional bows, that's what Tony shoots. I personally don't like them. It seems to me like they stack, and I draw 31 inches. Do I make bows? There's a couple staves poking out above the backstop. I plan on it, but I haven't started yet. Downrange, congratulations, man. 100 subs is like your first like big accomplishment in YouTube, I think. And then, you know, after that, like 500 and then 1,000 are like kind of like the next really big milestones. But congrats, man, that's awesome. If I miss a question, guys, the chat's moving pretty good. Just type it again, and I will answer it as fast as I can. Also, don't forget to double tap that screen. Give us a like. Help us out a little bit. Congrats, KTM. What did I miss? What did I miss? KTM, man. Oh, congratulations, KTM. Heck yeah, dude. Starting to warm up a little bit. Starting to warm up. Andy! Beginner compound sight. I don't know if you got to get too caught up in brand. I would just say get a good, man, that's such a loaded question. I don't like sliders. I don't like single pin sights. I like a 3-pin or a 5-pin because I don't like having to adjust on the fly. If it's rainy or you don't have perfect conditions where you can hear the deer, and they can sneak up on you, you know, and then the next thing you know, they're at 10 or 20 yards, and you don't want to have to mess around when you could be taking a shot. Possum, I don't make bows yet, but I have the staves for it, and I'm going to start as soon as the season's over here. So we're getting there, and then next year I'm going to kill a deer with a bow I make. Which nocks are these? So the ones that are not working properly are the nocturnals. Didn't even do anything. These are the nocturnal universal fit. I would not recommend these, like whatsoever. Do not buy these. They suck. And if anybody from Nocturnal is watching, you guys owe me like 9 knocks because I've had that many fail out of all these packs. I haven't had too many issues with the Nocturnals that are specifically sized to the diameter of the arrows though. So, you know, make your own judgment on those. But I have $2 Amazon knocks. You know, it's $12 for a 6-pack. that are outperforming these, and these are $34 for a 3-pack. So make it make sense. I can't stand behind a company who has Knox fail brand new out of a pack. And it's not just one, it's multiple times. It's every single time I've bought one of these universal fit packs, at least one of the Knox fails, brand new. It's a little low. We're a little low. Having trouble with the string slapping me again. Although, you know what? I haven't checked my... You know what? I'll bet you that's it. The brace height's come down a little bit. Either the string is stretched out a little, or the bow is stretched out or taking form a little bit. And that's why I think it's slapping me every time. I mean, that's consistent. Let me check. Where are they at, though? Yeah. That's shrunk by 1/4 of an inch, guys. So let's do this. Whoops, 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 whoops. Let's do this, shall we? There we go. Now we gotta give it a little twisty. Let's see how that's looking. There we go. Hit a can swinging. Outdoor Magic, you always come in here with some challenges, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. Not tonight. What is it with you guys tonight? You guys are being wild. Let me pull one of these arrows quick. It's crazy. I was just shooting earlier, and at 30 yards, I mean, I had a solid group. Like, I only had like a 6-inch group at 30 yards. So, fishing girl. We got Backwoods Bozo in here. We got Ben. We got Andy. Man, we got the whole crew tonight. Alice is in here. I don't know if I gave her a shout out yet. Damn, we got everybody. Monkey, what's up, what's up? I was gonna go hunting tomorrow, and then I was like, you know what? I don't feel like getting up at 3 a.m. to go hunt Maryland. So I'm just gonna do a live tonight. What pound am I shooting? James, so this is a 40-pound longbow. I overdraw, I'm drawing to about 31 inches. So not about, I am drawing 31 inches. And yeah, so that's gonna add 2.5 pounds. So I'm drawing about 47, 48 pounds with this. Hello from the Philippines. Hello, and salamat. Thanks for joining us. I know some Filipino. There we go. See, sometimes it's the little details. Just paying attention to your brace height, you know? Yeah, I probably could. YouTube. I'm lonely, you know, I'm sitting in my garage. I don't have a woman or anything. Yeah, you know. But hey, thanks for the comment. On the way out, don't forget to double tap the screen. Smash that like button for me. James, I'll tell you what, like, it's a struggle being into trad bows and having a long draw length, man. Just because, like, you never know what bows are going to shoot well, like what bows are going to stack until you actually shoot them, you know? Just makes it super difficult. Brayden! Welcome back, buddy. How are you doing? That's in the heart. Yeah, we'll take that. Whoa. Take it easy there. I did have the right bow. Oh goodness. I gotta see if these other lighted nocks fit into these though. James, I'm guessing you shoot trad bows already, right? Brayden, it's a rockin' Friday night, you know? You currently have 120. 120 what? Oh, subs. I'm guessing you mean subs. But yeah, James, like I said, I'm guessing you already shoot trad. If that's the case, then yeah, absolutely go for it. I'm a huge fan. I think I like my Samick Sage more than my longbow. Let me rephrase that. I like shooting my Samick Sage more than my longbow. For a hunting scenario, the longbow is significantly quieter. And when I go back into slow-mo and I watch the video of the buck I shot last Friday, it's hard for me to not want to use a longbow just because he didn't hear the bow. He just saw the arrow, and by that point, it was too late. There we go. Every one of those is in the diamond. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so you've been doing this for a minute then. Well, James, it's nice having you in here. And if anybody else has questions and you have some input, please feel free to hop in and share your experience because you have a lot more experience than I do. I just started shooting the trad bows back. Let me rephrase. I've started shooting trad bows seriously back last July, right before our hunting season here. I bought a trad bow last winter time, and I kind of played around with it. I hunted a little bit with it, but I didn't know what I was doing. So. I mean, not like now, like I feel experienced or seasoned after going through this entire season with just using a trad bow, taking 5 deer, shooting, 2 mature bucks. I didn't recover the one. I learned a very, very hard lesson on one of them, but yeah, I feel a lot more seasoned. I also have a lot of confidence now that I didn't have starting this journey. Ooh, and I pulled that one real bad. And then I go and I do stuff like that, and I'm like, yep, this is why I practice every day. This is why we practice. That's in the top diamond, right on the edge of it. Even then, I feel like I kind of plucked the string on that too. I don't know. I think I'm gonna run out to Cabela's tomorrow. And while I'm out there, I'll probably grab another insert for this target, seeing as how we've worn this one away pretty nicely. It's the only thing I will say about these cheap lighted nocks, they can be very difficult to turn off. I guess not all of them, just one of them's kind of giving me a hard time. The rest of them haven't been bad. Like nothing bad to say about them for $2 nocks. Possum, we'll definitely check you out, man. Get on like a regular schedule with the live streams and I'll make sure we're stopping in to support you. I know I see Ben on quite a bit. Alaska's been on. He hasn't been on actually the last like 2 weeks here, but he was doing it super consistently. But I think he's also been on the machine and going up back and forth up to his place off in the wilderness there. So. Weirdo, get a job. Hey, Parker, I don't mean to burst your bubble, buddy, but I'm making money off of this. Stay mad, double tap the screen on your way out. And thanks for the comment. Thanks for helping feeding the algorithm. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, butter. Killed anything yet this year? Yes, Trey, I am at 5 deer so far with the, 4 with the recurve and 1 with the longbow. All trad bows, though. So I'm having a hell of a year so far. I've also missed 2 deer and had a bad shot on 1 as well. So it hasn't been all highs for me. You know, I've had some lows, but even with the compound, like I know last year I shot 1 with the compound. It looked like a perfect shot. Like I thought it was a perfect heart shot. I thought this deer went 40 yards up on top of the hill and just dropped. And we ended up tracking it for over 250 yards and just never found it. So how far am I killing them? So the 2 bucks that I've taken have been at 22 and 23 yards. The rest of them have been, you know, like 15 yards to 20 yards, somewhere in there. That seems to be the sweet spot. Grayson, I'm on almost every night. So like we saddle hunt, right? And we like to go up, you know, we like to go up with the compounds, you know, 25 or 30 feet because you're a lot less likely to get picked off by deer, you know, but with the recurve, that's such a hard shot. Joseph, I really like my Samick Sage recurve. I think it's my favorite shooting bow out of all the bows I have here. For hunting scenarios specifically, I like the longbow and I like how quiet it is. So, I'm in a tree, Trey. I use a saddle. If you're not familiar with it, just look up saddle hunting and you'll see. Or check out any of our videos and we kind of show the setups. Tony's got some videos on it. Those arrows are touching. I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, this bow right here, this is the one that I've taken 4 deer with. I chalk them up. Maybe I'm petty, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But I chalk them up on the back there. And I don't think that's me being petty. Every one of those deer has such like a significant meaning to me. The videos, I have all the videos on the YouTube, but it's burned into my brain, you know? Favorite animal to hunt, white-tailed deer. Keep plucking the string real bad. Just let go. Miss Uri, what's up? How are you doing? What is my hunting arrow weight? All right. So these right here, these are the arrows I'm running with my Samick Sage. These are 650 grain. Depending on what broadhead I'm using, I'll shoot these up to 750 grain. And it just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. and it doesn't really change my tip-on distance much. With my longbow, I'm shooting 550 grains. I think anything 550 and up, you're gonna be pretty good. And you're gonna have the penetration you need to blow through bone if you hit it. You know, that being said, you also, you're also gonna need like a good broadhead on there. I was running these bad boys. These are the VPA 3 blades. I was running these for the first half of the season, and I've gone away from them. They don't produce very good blood trails in my experience, and I'm just not a fan of them. Tommy, I've only killed deer with bows, but I will use the flintlock here real soon. Pennsylvania's flintlock season opens up the 26th of December, and I will be out. So, do I hunt the ground or the stand? I'm a saddle hunter, you know, so it's like a lineman setup to climb a tree, and that's primarily how I hunt 98% of the time. Sometimes in the right scenario, I will hunt from the ground. Missouri, that's awesome, dude. I know I don't see as much anymore, but I always love when you stop in, man. Always appreciate that. Well, those are touching. All right. Oh, I gotta get some wood on that fire. She's dying down. There we go. There we go. It's a cold one in Pennsylvania tonight, guys. It's cold. Snow's coming down. I might get out tomorrow, try and track some deer. We'll see what happens. There we go. Yeah, so 1 out of 3 is a little sticky, but I'd rather have it stay on than shut off too easily. When you're talking about something that could potentially cost you deer because you can't see it lit, that's a huge problem in my eyes. All right, let's get some accuracy elixir flowing. All right, let's do it. Woo! That sounded expensive, baby. Those are touching. Hell yeah. Anthony, that's awesome. That's something I've always wanted to do. We get the morel mushrooms here in Pennsylvania in the springtime. And I've been out a lot. I spent a lot of time in the woods, but I've never seen one yet. But they say once you find them in like a patch, and you can kind of go back year after year and keep finding them. So, Missouri, I'm going to do a full review on them because I'll start recommending them because I'm all about like being a budget outdoor enthusiast. You know, all my bows here are $80 bows, with the exception of the longbow, which is $130, you know. The arrows I'm not using the most expensive arrows, but yeah, so. Once I've used them a little bit and I can provide like a good recommendation, you know, maybe killed some deer with them, then I'll definitely put a video out or something. Get a link out to the channel. I'm all about helping save you guys money if I can, you know. Grayson! Grayson C. I gotta specify because we got 2 Graysons. Yeah, if we reached out, they might. And, you know, that's certainly a possibility. That was far back. That's a liver shot. Yeesh. This is how you know I'm getting tired. Once I start getting sloppy. And for most people, I would highly recommend you stop. I didn't miss. It's a liver shot. It's not a good shot. It's a dead deer. Not happy about it. Lucas, what's up, what's up? I was getting tired. I shot for a little earlier. I was shooting, you know, like 20 to 30 yards. I like practicing a lot. The guy, I did not miss. Yeah, I don't miss a whole lot. Yeah, deer's probably not happy about it either. Yeah, you're probably right, but that's why we practice, so we don't do that on a deer, you know? I mean, you guys already know, like, I'm out here every night, so. That's the other thing. After slinging like 100 arrows, like it's hard to just keep focus and just keep shooting and shooting and shooting. And for most people, I wouldn't recommend it. It's just because we're on a live and we're doing it. So here's a 10-pointer. Grayson, mine is a 118-inch 10-pointer in Pennsylvania. That's the biggest antler-wise. If we're talking like biggest deer, I just shot one last Friday that was 208 pounds and he was a 4.5-year-old buck. The biologists were actually able to age him for me right there, which was cool. I got to see how they you know, did it on one of the back molars. It was a super cool experience. But yeah. Are we playing the game tonight? Alice, I don't know if we're playing the game tonight. I don't know if I really want to do that. Yeah, the ceiling's coming along okay. We got 2 rows of the OSB up, and then I think once we get another 2 rows up, we're gonna pull those old crappy lights down. If you can see them up there in the rafters, like these up here, we're gonna pull those down. They'll go to the scrapyard, and then once I get another 2 rows, it's gonna heat up in here real quick. You can already feel it pretty good. Pennsylvania does have some big deer. It's not bad. We get you know, we get old bucks. More mature bucks, 4.5, 5.5. You know, we get some older bucks. We get some big bucks. It's just not ever going to be like it is out west or out in the Midwest where you're getting 200-inch deer consistently. We have way too many hunters. We don't have the same minerals in the soil. It's not the same food sources year round. Like, it's never going to be that, but that's okay. You know, the hunting industry has lied to people, and they've told everybody, you have to go and kill a 200-inch deer in the Midwest or you're a bad hunter. Like, dude, get lost. Like, it's crazy. It's craziness. But most of these guys who end up out in the Midwest are out there because they can't kill mature bucks out here, because the bucks out here are way too pressured. You know, they're different animals. You've hunted PA? That's awesome. Pennsylvania is a great state. I love it. Let's go pull some arrows. The other part about shooting this target is like, it's super easy to be very critical of yourself, but like this thing's the size of a small dog. You know, like it's not even close to the same size as like a mature doe. So, you know, I mean, I like being critical. I like being hard on myself so that way I can push myself to be better, but just gotta take it for what it is sometimes. What state and county? Schuylkill County, Pennsylvania, but we hunt Maryland as well, Virginia. I'm hunting West Virginia next year. Heck yeah, we're central Pennsylvania. Missouri, heck yeah, we're almost there. We are pushing along, we're trying, but we appreciate all the support. You've been one of our best supporters since day one, and we can't thank you enough, brother. We appreciate that. Like, I'll tell you, we have some of the most loyal fans out there. What county am I in again? I'm in Schuylkill County. Ohio Valley, all right, all right. We're in there. You ground hunt. Ground hunting's another animal. I've tried it on several occasions, and I'll do it in the right scenario, but I just don't like doing it. I did have a really, really cool experience though during the rut this year. So I had shot my buck like 4 days prior, and then I called my dad up. I was like, Dad, like, come on out, like, there's some areas that are open. So where we hunt a lot is on a military installation. It's all public. You just need to go through a course to hunt there because they don't want you hunting areas that are, you know, closed for soldiers training or because they're, you know, doing live fire exercises, whatever the case is. So I called my dad. I was like, yo, like there's some areas open that we should go check out. And we got in there and it was a cold, crunchy morning. We're in there, November like 14th, 15th time frame, like peak rut in Pennsylvania. And like I was sitting there and I was doing some tending grunts every, you know, 10 to 15 minutes. And we had a giant buck come in to like 25-ish yards. And I'm talking like 130-inch plus deer. He was giant. And my dad, the stuff we were hunting was so thick. I couldn't get him to come in closer. He knew something was wrong. Like these big bucks, they can pinpoint exactly where a sound came from or a grunt came from. You know, if you're rattling, where a rattle came from. And it's tough to fool them. It is tough to fool them. So I think next year I'm gonna use a decoy a lot to see if I can't bring him in that extra like 10 to 15 yards. But there aren't two ruts. No, there's only one rut. The rut starts and then it ends. But it goes through cycles, right? It's a bell curve. So it comes in, you get like a peak rut, which is like mid-November in this area, you know, and then it kind of dips down again because does are coming out of estrus, and then it goes back up because you get into what people call the second rut, which is really still part of the same rut. And then pretty much up until, you know, I've seen deer late February, I've seen bucks chasing does. It's so unique to the area you're hunting. From my experience, you know, my experience might be different than other people. You know, some places, the buck I shot last Friday, it had already dropped its antlers, you know. It is what it is. It's you can be 2 miles apart, and if there's does and estrus, there's gonna be bucks chasing them. Say my name, say my name. I'll tell you what though, I am gonna have to give this black hunter a fair chance, and I gotta get some heavier limbs for it because this is my practice bow. I'm only shooting like 28 pounds with it. It's rather light. And there's Heather every time. Welcome back, Heather. How are you doing? There you go. I Robin Hooded it just for you. I didn't actually Robin Hood it. No, I don't really duck hunt a whole lot. I have done it. I've been successful doing it, but I like deer hunting a lot more. Prove it. Heather, knock it off. I didn't actually Robin Hood it. You weren't supposed to tell everybody, Heather. But you called me out like that. The memer. Yeah, I think I've seen you in here before, man. I appreciate it. Well, that hit one of the other arrows. For show. What in the heck is going on here? I keep getting hit on my shoulder with water, and I don't know if it's like condensation coming off some metal above me. I don't know if the roof in the garage is leaking. I got no idea, but I don't like it. Ant's life. What up? Thanks for the comment. Thanks for helping feeding the algorithm. You know, and here's something that maybe somebody else can kind of answer for me. It seems like my Samick Sage shoots arrows faster than my longbow. Now, the longbow is heavier poundage though, by like 5 or 6 pounds. And I can't figure out why. I would think it would be close, but it doesn't even seem like it's that close. There we go. There we are. Mods, thanks for keeping up with the chat. I appreciate it. To all the trolls, thank you for thank you for dropping the comments anyway. You just help feed us in the algorithm, so. And I got the best damn mods on YouTube, so you're gonna have a hard time beating them. What is my biggest buck? My biggest buck is a 118-inch 10-point in Pennsylvania. I shot that last year. That was my second year hunting. It's the curve. Yeah, Heather, I think you're right. But here that kind of leads me into my next point though, right? So it seems like my Samick Sage is shooting arrows faster. However, when I bare shaft tune arrows, the Samick Sage is shooting a 400 spine arrow, and the longbow, I need to shoot a 340 spine arrow out of it. So why is that, right? Is that because there's, like, I can't understand that, because if the arrow's moving faster, it kind of makes more sense that there's more force on the arrow, which is what's causing the, you know, the archer's paradox, the bend in it and all that stuff. I prefer the recurve at this point, kicking. Kick and perch. Kick and perch. So I don't know why, if my recurve is shooting arrows faster, that my longbow needs a heavier spine arrow, or not a heavier spine, but I don't know, a lower spine arrow. What is the poundage? This is a 35-pound bow. I'm actually shooting about 43 pounds because I'm drawing 31 inches. My longbow is a 40-pound longbow, and I'm shooting 47 or 48 pounds. I need to get arrows cut tomorrow too. Yep, no age in the chat, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, I pulled that right at the last second. I felt it. I plucked the string and I pulled it. I was doing pretty good. They were all in the diamonds until that last one. Bear Kingdom, what's up, what's up? Can I shoot the deer target? Yeah, sure. Do I hunt with the 40-pound bow? I hunt with both of them. James, I've taken 4 deer with the recurve, and I took 1 with the longbow. The one I took with the longbow, that was the first time I ever took it hunting, so. It needs to be lighter spine, but have what? Saft? I don't know what that means. No age in the chat, Jackson. Just be nice to everybody. I mean, you don't even have to be nice to be everybody. You can bully me. I have thick skin. I can take it. But Nathaniel, welcome, welcome. James, do it. If you're a successful compound hunter, it's something different, dude. Like the first time, like I wasn't, I'd taken like 10 deer in 2 years with the compound. That was my first 2 years hunting. And then this, my third season, I switched to the trad bows. And like, I wasn't even getting nervous when I would see deer with the compound. And then the first time you see a deer with the recurve, it's like you get the jitters again, you know, like you got to take a second, you got to compose yourself. It's crazy. It's just awesome. It gives me a reason to go out and practice every night, you know? And I love shooting. Like I don't enjoy shooting my compound. Every now and then to dust it off, like I'll shoot it, but it just is what it is, you know? Outdoor Magic, you tell them. Everybody, double tap your screen. Help me out. Have you ever shot a moose? No, I've never gone hunting in Alaska or anywhere that has moose. Only whitetail deer for me. I've hunted pheasant, ducks, geese. I've hunted a lot in the last 3 years, but I just come back to whitetails. I don't know, I love doing it. It's awesome. It's hard to beat. That was low. That's the other thing. I don't know what, you know what? I got to open up my stance. Somebody keeps telling me that too, and I always forget to do it. When I'm in the tree, I don't struggle shooting with the longbow because I'm generally aiming down. So for me to like draw back, anchor, and then hinge is a lot easier than for me to try and aim upwards. So I got to remember to spread my legs out a little bit more and spread my stance open. Can you have some tips? You're new to bow. What kind of tips are you looking for, Jackson? Because this is a pretty open-ended question. Are you looking for shooting tips, like for practice? Are you looking for hunting tips? You know, just be, you know, specify a little bit. And also, we've got a lot of seasoned hunters in this chat. If somebody is answering, they're probably giving you some pretty good advice. My favorite thing to shoot is whitetail deer. Lighter spine and heavier shaft. How do you get a lighter spine but a heavier shaft? Generally, they both go pretty hand in hand. I mean, at least with my experience, when I go like a heavier spine, the shaft gets heavier as well. Practice. Yeah, so don't overshoot. You know, like when you start getting frustrated, you start missing shots, don't keep shooting. You're only going to get more frustrated. You know, I only like to shoot if I'm just like practicing for hunting or just practicing in general. I don't like to shoot 100 shots a night. I like to shoot 5 to 10 shots a night, sometimes even less. Sometimes I'll just come out and shoot 1 or 2. But I'll do it from various distances. Like I'll practice 27 yards or like 13 yards, like just something to make it different, you know? Other than that, like, your form has to be good, but it's hard for me to give you any sort of critique on form or anything like that. Everybody says back tension, but to be honest, I didn't understand back tension until I started shooting trad bows. So. Extreme, that's very interesting. Now, were they recovering like a full bullet intact, or were they recovering like did it shatter on impact? James is hitting the nail on the head there. He's got some great advice for you. I'm gonna pull some arrows. So the middle one here too, like I couldn't turn it off the other night because it was just stuck so bad. So this one's been running for over 24 hours. And it's still lighting up pretty damn good. So those Amazon knocks for the win. Anything I can do to save a couple bucks here too is nice. It's extra beer money, you know? Hope I get better. Yeah, I'm still trying to get over it. That was one of the reasons I didn't want to go hunting tomorrow too. It would really suck to have deer coming in and then I'm sitting here like coughing in a tree, you know? And it's a long drive to waste an opportunity. It's almost a 2-hour drive. How do you sight your bow in? So that's kind of hard for me to explain over a live. If you go on YouTube and you go type in that exactly, you're gonna get a ton of results, Jackson. And I'm not trying to dodge the question. It's just really hard for me to answer that on a live. What brand string would I recommend? I don't have a brand of string that I recommend. This one was custom made at the bow shop by me, the guy who owns the bow shop. He's a big trad, traditional archery guy. And then on the longbow, it has a B55 Flemish twist string. What string you're using depends on what bow you're shooting. If you're shooting an older bow, make sure you're shooting a B55 or B50 string. They have a little more stretch in the string, but they help protect the older bows, specifically the, oh boy, what do they call them? Where the string connects to the bow. It's not the knock, is it? Is it the knock? Maybe it's the knock. I don't know. It protects the bow. Sorry. Goes to show how much I know. There you go. See? When I have a brain fart, my mods are on here, or just our regulars. They know what's up. They'll help me out. Bill, I must have missed, I forget what I was talking about. That sounds so silly. Yeah, like if you're practicing specifically for hunting, shooting the bow, and I think this is what Bill was talking about, how I was talking, like shoot a couple arrows, don't shoot a lot. And do it, like, if you're practicing specifically for hunting, do it in the last 10 minutes before dark, or the first 10 minutes of legal, like, in the morning, you know? Practice then, because that's when you're gonna get a lot of your shots. The Memer, this is it's a silencer. It just helps reduce vibrations and helps quiet the bow down a little bit. Yeah, if you're looking for a custom-made string and you hop on any of the traditional archery pages on Facebook, you're gonna find, you know, a dozen people easily that make custom strings. Most of them have the measurements already if you tell them what bow you have, and they're ready to go. So I'm just fortunate enough to have a bow shop by me that does traditional archery. Then I pulled that one. And I pulled that one. So let's do this. Let's do another arrow. Let's open up our stance a little and actually pay attention. How long have I done YouTube? We've been doing the YouTube for about 8 months. The account that we're using is older than that. We've had the YouTube for like 2 years, but it was April 1st of this year. I talked to Tony. I was like, hey, like, seriously, I know we've talked about it, but let's do it. Let's start making content. Let's start doing this. And April 1st is when we started officially, and we started producing content. At April 1st, we only had about 100 subscribers. Like, we didn't really have a solid base or anything like that. So, you know, we started from the bottom. It wasn't that long ago, and we've grown rapidly. There we go. We in there. I can feel myself getting tired though when I'm at like full draw. I'm like, the back's shaking. Yeah, unless you really have an older bow, or you have a bow that's just a straight like a straight wooden bow that's not laminated limbs or anything like that. What are they using? They're using like is it B97 or D97 bowstring normally? It's just regular bowstring I think it's the same stuff they're using on compounds. It's nothing crazy. Back for the G8. Carlos, come grab it. What are you doing? Get it out of my garage. You can see I started getting the ceiling up in here, and it's gonna be a lot harder to get the ceiling up over there because my G8's sitting in the way. And it could be sitting at your house. That's a little low again. Just at the point where I'm getting tired, guys. And you know what? I didn't even realize I've been on for over an hour. On for a minute. Hey, it's all good, the Memer. You know, like I said, we all started out somewhere. If you make that commitment to yourself, like, hey, I'm gonna do the YouTube, I'm gonna work super hard at it. You know, like Tony and I both have families, and we both put in 20 plus hours a week towards the YouTube. You know, that's editing, that's doing lives, it's doing research for stuff, for ideas we have. It's taking down ideas for videos we want to do, actually creating videos. Like, there's so much that goes in behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see. They don't understand the workload that comes with it. And then once it gets tough and you're not bringing in a lot of subs and all that stuff, like you lose motivation fast. But you got to push through it. You just got to keep grinding, and eventually the subs are going to roll in. What is the perfect poundage for beginners? Jackson, I think you said you're rather young earlier. I'm not going to repeat your age. You said you're rather young. Start with a poundage that you can handle. You know, like if maybe that's 15 pounds and you can shoot it 20 times, but you're not sitting there with an arrow like trying to draw it back. You know, If you can draw it back smoothly, you can anchor, you can hold it back, and you can shoot, then that's good poundage for you. Don't overbow yourself. Don't go too heavy on poundage. What is the heaviest arrow point I've shot? This particular VPA is a 300 grain broadhead that I have I have shot 3 deer with. Excuse me. And I will use, I have arrows that I go up to a 200 grain insert for these. So, well, Jackson, just increase, most of the compounds you can increase the weight. You know, they're pretty adjustable nowadays, so. Well, the memer, like, you know, maybe sometimes you just take some time, start jotting down ideas that you want to do, and then once you get a little more time, just start grinding it out, you know? I'm sorry to hear about family problems, though. That stinks. I know a lot of us have gone through it, so I feel for you. I do. There we go. Man, I didn't even go through one full beer. Well, Jackson, I wouldn't recommend doing that by yourself. Wait till your dad's there to adjust the poundage or take it to a bow shop. You don't want to blow the bow up. You certainly don't want to hurt yourself. Just, you know, let people who are a little more experienced do that for you, dude. You don't have to rush it. There's always tomorrow. You know, take your time. Did I miss Bill's comment or something? Yeah, I'm still coughing a whole lot, and honestly, I'm kind of looking to just sleep in a little bit tomorrow. I got all this stuff going on around the house. I still got to cut up deer meat. Like I got a lot of stuff to do, so it is what it is. But we'll get out after it next week. I got a lot of time off. No, I haven't shot a hog before. I would really like to get down south and do that, but up here in the Northeast, we don't really have the same opportunities to hunt hogs as a lot of the southern boys do. But, well, see, here's the problem, Bill. If I go squirrel hunting, I'm going to take the recurve. You know, I can't put it down. The fishing might be okay, though. I might do some fishing. And then if I cough, I'm not going to spook any fish. So that might be something we try out. But anyways, guys, if you, geez Louise, woo! If you like the content, subscribe to the channel. You know, we try to go live pretty much every night around 7 to 8 o'clock. Sometimes a little earlier, sometimes a little later, just depends. I appreciate all of the great comments tonight. We had a lot of really good conversation. My moderators, you guys are the best. I love you guys. And everybody else, peace out.